Yo, it's good. Yeah. Yo, 10 minutes of your time just might brighten up your shine. 10 minutes.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, good people.
Welcome to 10 Minutes with Teddy and Tina.
A discussion of life, love, family, and faith.
This episode, we're going to be talking about they follow you,
Who?
your kids, and your family.
Is that so?
They follow you.
Okay.
All right, so listen. Since we're talking about kids and family, I want to start with one of my favorite verses about kids.
Oh, that's one of my memory verses from Children's Church.
Here we
Sunshine
go.
Band.
Sunshine Band. Y'all know about Sunshine Band? Y'all know.
That's Church of God in Christ.
Yeah. Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. He won't depart from what? The training.
The training.
You got to train them. Children will learn more from what you do more than what you say.
Absolutely.
You got to show them an example. You got to train them. The training has to be strategic. I told my sons that I wanted them to watch me. This was my strategy of teaching them. I wanted them to watch me, watch everything that I do. Eat like me, dress like me, talk like me, walk like me. You see how I take care of your mama? Take care of your mama like me. Take care of your sisters like me. You got to understand this. They are young. They are impressionable. They are left up to us for us to train.
Yeah.
And if we don't model what a man is supposed to be like for our sons or what a woman is supposed to be like for our daughters, they're going to learn from the world.
Absolutely.
They're going to learn from somebody else.
From the
they'll
internet.
learn, they'll learn from their teachers.
From the reality shows.
Yeah.
From the magazines.
Yeah.
From the music videos. From all that foolishness.
I had to learn this the hard way because when we started going through all of this hell in our marriage, I realized, I don't know nothing about being no man.
And if I don't get this right, my son's going to follow this.
I realized that my mother did a really good job raising me, but she raised me on her own. She didn't have any help from a man. So I was raised with my mom's perspective. I wasn't raised with my father's perspective or a man's perspective. And I had to learn that the hard way. I had to go to Jesus and let him train me and teach me how to be a man. Then I carry that down to my children, to my boys specifically, also my girls. You got to train them. You got to show them what to do. You got to show them what to do. You got to give them instruction. I was thinking about this, a story about me when me and my wife started training in a gym with this trainer. Everything he showed me, first of all, he was like, all right, I want you to lift the weights like this, or I want you to put your posture like this, or whatever. If he's showing me how to do curls, he showed me the right form for that. If he's showing me how to do dips, he showed me the right form for that. If he showed me how to do squats, he showed me the right form for that. I had to watch him to learn the form. If I tried to do it on my own without watching him, I could pull something.
Right.
I could tear myself up. So if you're going to be trained by someone, you have to watch them and imitate them. And that's what I did for my son.
And that's what the Bible says. Train them up in the way that they should go, not the way that they could go, the way that they should go. So if you're leaving the responsibility up to the teachers, that's the way that they could go. The way that they should go is the wisdom that God has given you, the intelligence that God has given you, the passion and the responsibility that God has given you. You've got to train them accordingly. Kids don't come out of the womb knowing how to be a responsible human being, knowing how to be fair, knowing how to be kind, knowing how to have confidence. They learn all of these things from the training that we give them.
The Bible says we're born into sin and shaped in iniquity.
Listen.
Born into sin and shaped in iniquity.
So
if that's how we're born, you got to be reborn. You got to be reshaped.
You got to be reborn. That's why the Bible says, be not conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And once our minds have been made new so that we can live according to God's perfect will, then we got to teach our children. Because if we don't train them, they not going to know. They're going to go out there in the world. They're going to figure it out. They're going to make all the mistakes that we have made in our life. And we're not going to be able to keep them from every single mistake that they could possibly make. But we can keep them from many if we would train them properly. Training them may be a matter of showing them, telling them, letting them watch you, but also explaining to them some of the pitfalls of some of the dumb mistakes that you done made. So your child ain't got to make all the dumb mistakes that you done made. Like you made them. You tell them how bad it felt when you made the mistakes, so they won't go down that same path. But they watching you. I remember I went to a conference, a teacher's conference, when Leia was in the 3rd grade. She's in the 9th grade now, but when she was in the 3rd grade, the teacher was talking about how she didn't work well with other people because she wanted to run everything. And when he started running down all of the issues that she was having, I said, She get that from me.
Oh, is that Mila? Oh, you're talking about
No,
Leia.
that was Leia.
Mila do that now?
Yeah, but Mila might, don't blame it all on me. Someone might be you. Hold on now.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it was
But
your fault.
let me tell you something. The issues that Leia was having, when I sat in front of that teacher, I said, she got this from watching me.
From my mom.
Cause she be wanting to run everything. And I was like, I got to learn how to be more cooperative. Or Mila, you know what I mean? Like whatever the challenges that she has, these kids have their own mind.
Mila's a boss.
She's a boss, but she don't realize she ain't the boss of us. You know what I'm saying? So she watching us be bosses around the house and she thinking, well, I'm gonna do that when I go to the school. So we have to tell her when to use what she uses again, because we're training her up in the way that she should go. If not, we're gonna be like, she's a leader. So you're gonna let her lead the teacher? No, you tell her you're a leader one day. So you're a leader in training. In that class, that teacher is the leader, and you will be subject to her, which means you're going to shut up when she's talking.
We act as a mirror to our children.
Yeah.
When they look into us, they need to see how they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
When they see us, we are acting as a mirror to them. We get our reflection from the Lord through the Word of God. They get their reflection from us. That's really heavy, man.
Yeah, and
that's a big responsibility.
It's a huge blessing, though. It's a huge blessing, though. You've been given the responsibility to shape a life, to train a responsible human being that might make a world of difference. You can see it as a burden, or you can see it as a huge blessing, and you can train them in the way that they should go. You know what I mean? Just take the responsibility. You had them and train them up in the way that they should go. And not only kids following you, Teddy, your family follow you. Yeah. If you come to your house and you keep your house a mess, you know why they came to your house and left everything in the floor? Because you dirty. Yeah. You know why they come at the house and they holler at your kids? Because you holler at your kids. You know why they disrespect your husband? Because you disrespect your husband. You know why they don't honor your wife? Because you don't honor your wife. People are watching you, and they following your actions, not what you're saying. They following what you're doing, your kids and your family.
Check this out. When people come over to our house, specifically our family, they know how our house is set up. They know how the temperature of our house is going. They know from me, my temperament, the way I am, the way I talk to my wife, the way I talk to my children, the way I handle things, the way I deal with stuff, the way I troubleshoot, the way how we eating and all of that stuff. My wife does a really good job stocking the house and all that kind of stuff. They know they can't go in the pantry and just eat up anything because that's for our kids. Mm-hmm. They know when they come in here, man, I don't like it loud. I'm really into sounds. I'm a musician, so sounds are very important for me. Loud noises I don't like. Yelling and screaming I don't like. I mean, I like music that flows, that tells a story. It builds and builds and builds. Now we can get to a yell, we can get to it getting loud, but it got to build up to that. You just can't come in and rambunctious. So my family,
because we don't do that.
Yeah, my family's loud. My family-in-law, I love y'all. But y'all loud.
We have fun.
But
we're still working on him.
But they tone it down when they come in here because they know how I am. So even your family will follow you. If they see a good godly example, if they see us working in your life, they will follow you.
I will tell you this. My husband and I, our relationship was off. Y'all watched our TV, our life on the Mary show and all that. Our relationship used to be off. But when God put things in order, we fell into God's order. And I began to respect and honor my husband like I never did before. And he began to cover and protect me like he never did before. Everybody that comes in now, they treat Teddy's wife the way Teddy treat his wife. And they treat Tina's husband the way I treat him. If we respect our kids, then they respect our kids. Yeah. If we reason with our kids or hold our kids accountable, then they do. Again, your people, they following you. They're listening to you, but they're following you. You know what I mean? If you set the tone for your house, then most people will come in and follow that. Or they'll know, God bless you, be on up out of here. You know what I mean?
The number one place that you can practice being a good leader, being a good disciple maker like Jesus told us to do, is in your family, man. In your house, with your family. If you show them what God looks like through your actions, through your reactions, through your temperament, through your voice, through your words, all of your choices, man, they are going to follow that because they see that it works for you. So you have to take leadership in your family first, in your home first, before you can take that out to the world.
Because they're following.
Yeah.
If you don't give your children conflict resolution, then they're not going to know how to handle conflict. If you're not a leader, If you always crumble under the pressure, then your children are going to do that. If husbands and wife are fighting, contentious, never agreeing, then your child is going to be disagreeable at the house. If women, you always talking about your weight and you look bad and all that, now your child is insecure because she's following you. If your husband's always talking about new money, new cars, new this, new that you can tell that they need stuff to identify themselves by, then your sons find their identity in what they have, not who they are. They are following what you do. So it's very important for us to be an example, first of all, that the Bible outlines, that the Bible defines us by, and then give that example to our children because they are following us. We're leading and they're following. We're training by the lives that we live, not only what we say, but what we do, because they are watching us and we're the blueprint. If they get it wrong, we have a lot to do with it.
Amen.
Yeah, they
Bless
following
the people,
us.
babe.
Well, listen, may the blessings of the Lord that make rich and add no sorrow forever be yours, and we will see you in
2 weeks.
Yeah.